Thanks for coming to this private invitation-only post. I'd like to explain what I'm seeking to do by the Lord's grace. I believe it's vitally important, and I'm invested in this work full-time at this point. There is great darkness in our world today, and great darkness within the church world as well. There are several issues I can see, and I'll try to clarify them here. First of all, the church departed long ago from the two great purposes of God. The first purpose is He wanted to have a people who would love, serve, and follow Him because they loved Him in return. The Word says that we love Him because He first loved us. Now, along these same lines, He wants us to serve Him because He has given us a good and right heart, a new spirit. He's not interested in His people serving Him out of religious obligation or fear or as a way to get to heaven. This is the heart of the gospel, that God Himself has recreated us and made us to be what He wants us to be. The thing is, though, that this is a reality we must receive and appropriate or take hold of by faith. It's not an automatic thing. We must take hold of it like any and all of God's promises. The second purpose God has is that His people might be a living expression of the very life, nature, and ways of His Son, Jesus, the Messiah, and show forth that life and nature to all the world. Now, regardless of what anyone might think or believe, we, especially in the Western Church, are simply not giving these things to God. If you believe that we are, then there's no need to go any further listening to me. So, issue number one is this. We in the church, the body of Christ, have gone far away from God's intentions and purposes. If you can accept that, let's move on. The second issue is that the church is full of programs, projects, ministries, and activities that serve little or no real purpose. The Christian cults do these programs and projects, and they do them better than we do. Even their families look more, quote, Christian. The third issue is that the church has allowed all kinds of compromise and doctrines of demons into the church. I won't go into a lot of details on this now, but I will say that I am sure that the end time one world religion will be, quote, Christian, and it will have a huge mixture of all kinds of garbage. Here's the fourth issue. Anyone who wants to truly know, serve, and follow the Lord in His way rather than man's way will need fellowship with like-minded believers, and they will need to actively help one another to put on Christ and to live out the truth of the gospel. And when I say fellowship, I'm not talking about nice little gatherings, potlucks, and chit-chat, which is typically what we call fellowship. There is coming a shaking of this world from God and a deep darkness that will fall. And it's time to take God and His Word seriously. All those who refuse will simply be part of the end-time religion and system that will persecute and even kill true disciples. Yes, I did say kill, and it's going to come, regardless of how weird or off that may sound. So, why did I invite you here? I'm asking you to please, if you're willing, look over this site thoroughly and well. Read through the different posts and pages. Look closely at what is being said and shared. If you see substance and value here regarding the true issues of life in the Lord, then I want you to be a part of this, participate, comment on the posts and pages, and share with friends or neighbors what's going on here. I want and I need partners, people who will share the vision of sounding the alarm and seeking to be a part, by God's grace, of the awakening among God's people that is so vitally necessary in our day and age. I will even open up this site to contributions from other people, as I did on July 3rd in a blog post called Guest Post Number 1. I also want to go far beyond a website and blog, and I know the Lord will take us there in His way and His time, but I'm going to need help. I'm not looking for followers, groupies, or people who think I'm something special. I'm not. I'm a mess like everyone else. The truth is this: God is worthy of our honor, love, commitment, and humble service. He has purposes and plans, and we can't afford to be asleep and self-contented while the world and the church falls into deeper and deeper darkness. If you're interested at all in working with me, please leave a comment here on this page, or even better, click on the Contact Me tab at the top of this page and communicate. The Lord will have a people who will burn brightly in the midst of this sick, dying world. The question is, will you and I be a part of that glorious body of Christ, or part of the harlot system? We will be one or the other.